Hey, what's up? If you're looking for the best, most consistent and profitable MMA betting channel on YouTube, you came to the right place. For instance, if you had been following me for the latest 5 events, you would be having now nearly 16% of profit or 16 units of the amount you bet. If I'm talking about event by event, this would be nearly 243% profit. I'm accumulating profit from the start of the channel, which is July previous years, nearly 98%, so I nearly doubled my money already. If I'm talking about only 2021, it's coming down to nearly 40 units profit in terms of per event, nearly 615% profit. I separate all my bets in some different metrics. I give different levels of confidence or level of quality in the bets. I separate everything in this chart so it becomes more visible to you guys. And hey, this is Sam from Zroder MMA Bet. If you're seeing this video from Patreon as my supporter, thank you very much. Your support is greatly appreciated. If you're seeing from YouTube, I do MMA predictions. I'm a handicapper. I have over 9 years experience of betting MMA in the UFC. This video will be divided as following. I'll be first giving out all my bets and my predictions for the entire card, basically who I'm betting, who I'm picking. Then we're gonna be moving on to the breakdowns, why I'm picking, why I'm betting, whom I'm betting. And at the end, you guys will be seeing how to support the channel if you want to start supporting and keep the channel running. This will be UFC on ESPN 22, Whittaker versus Gastlum. So guys, as promised, let me start off with all the picks and bets. Before, if you are not following me on Instagram, sorry about this, I was just chatting someone. So if you're not following me in Instagram, here it is. I'm giving my early bets in Instagram as picture posting. Make sure you're following me so you can get who I'm betting. So for example, this card I posted 2 days ago who I'm betting, at least some of them, not all of them. So make sure that you're following me, all right? So you can get those. Okay, so on to the bottom up. This is not in order, but I made my best to put the breakdowns in order. So between Jessica Penne and Lupita Godinez, I'm picking Godinez by decision. I'm going to be betting Penne. I'll explain why in the breakdowns. Abdul, Razak, AlHassan versus Jacob Malkoun. I'm picking AlHassan. I'm not going to be betting the fight. Josiane Nunes de Lima versus Zarah Fairn. I'm picking De Lima. I'm not going to be betting the fight. Tony Gravely versus Anthony Birchak. I'm picking Gravely. Not gonna be betting the fight. Robert Whittaker versus Kevin Gastlum in the main event. I'm picking Whittaker, but I'm gonna be betting Gastlum. Austin Hubbard versus Natan Levy or Levi. I'm gonna be picking and betting Austin Hubbard. It's one of my biggest bets. I have a medium confidence bet on this one. Ricardo Ramos versus Bill Algeo. I'm gonna be picking and betting Ramos. Low quality bet in my opinion. Bartosz FAbinski versus Gerald Meerschaert. I'm picking FAbinski, not going to be betting the fight. Alex Munoz versus Pena. I'm picking and betting Munoz, another medium quality bet in my opinion. Also a big bet for me. Juan Espino versus Alexander Romanov. I'm picking and betting Romanov, medium quality bet. Actually, this is my biggest bet of the card in 2.75%. Hubbard was 2.5. So Romanov is my biggest bet. Then Tracy COrtez versus Justine Kish. The pick is COrtez. I'm not going to be betting the fight. Drakkar Klose versus Jeremy Stephens. I'm picking and betting Klose, a small bet. There's a low quality bet. Chase Sherman versus Parker Porter. Picking Sherman. Not going to be betting the fight. Alright, so on to the breakdowns, guys. I'll try my best to make these things concise, so this video doesn't extend too much, but there are quite a bit of fights to be covered. So tie your seatbelts and let's get into it. So between Jessica Penne and Godinez, guys, the main thing here is Penne's layoff. She's been nearly 4 years not fighting. I'm not sure how much she's been training. Looks like she's been recently, at least she has been training pretty much. Looks like she's hungry to fight again. I don't think gonna be much of a factor for Penne here because she's a veteran from the UFC. She has over 5-6 fights in the UFC, so I'm pretty confident that she's gonna be trying to show her best. But still, the layoff is quite big, and the physical part is the question here, not much the technique. Alright, so and a little bit on the styles of these two. Penne, she used to be just a grappler, not much of a wrestler, but like a BJJ player in the ground. She's quite dangerous there, but she picked up a little bit on her striking on the latest fights on the UFC. I give her 3 stars on the rating of striking because she's quite long for the division. She gets hit quite a bit, so it could be nearly 2 stars here on the defensive part. Alright, so it's quite even between her and Godinez. The thing here is that Godinez, she has a little bit better power. She has a little bit better combinations. She throws a little bit of more volume. Doesn't get hit. She gets hit quite a lot too, but you know, not as much as Penne. So it's quite even on the striking. Could be dependent on who's gonna get off first, who's gonna be able to keep pushing the pace. Like I said, Penne is better on the ground, but she doesn't have much wrestling. I'm not sure after 4 years what she's gonna do. This part may be interesting. I think she picked up the wrestling. But let's see what happens. And also, Godinez is younger. She's a little bit better in terms of game plans, you know. So and also she doesn't have the layoff. She's been quite active, so I'm giving her a better rating in this part. How do I expect this to play out, guys? I think it's difficult to know who's gonna move forward first here. I think Penne gonna try to rush to the center of the octagon, try to push Godinez back with straight shots and shoot. It will depend a lot how well Godinez stuffed the first takedown. She can get quickly back up, start landing back on Penne. It's tough to tell because you know, Godinez has good takedown defense, but it's not outstanding. She doesn't have much grappling, so that's why I'm back and forth on this one, guys. I think Godinez is the safest pick just because. Let me just fix this one. I'm sorry. All right, so I just fix this one. Like I said, guys, to me there are so many questions to this fight to be answered. The pick is Godinez by decision because I think it's safest, just because she's been more active in her fighting career. I think she's gonna become a little bit better prepared, but it's tough to tell if Penne gonna do what I said, which is get the center, push her back, shoot, and if she's able to take Godinez down, she's gonna be able to hold Godinez down because she's quite big and she has good grappling from top. She can control pretty well. But Godinez is gonna try to scramble, guys. Make no mistake, this girl is no slouch. She knows what she has to do, and then she's gonna push the pace. You know, maybe start landing more on Penne, push Penne back. So it's back and forth here, guys. I think both of these girls gonna have their moments in the fight. So that's why I'm picking Godinez, but I'm gonna be betting Penne because I think there is a value there. Per my odds, it's a wide range. You know, who could be the favorite here? Godinez could be nearly 70% favorite, which would give around minus 300. Minus 330 range, and Penne could be a favorite even to the underdog. So I would give Penne maximum like plus 200 dog. If you look at the bookies now, she's at least plus 250. So there's value there. I'm still waiting because I think people may even bet Godinez even more. I think Penne, very interesting bet, plus Penne by decision also could be even better, right? Penne by decision, probably you're gonna be able to find like plus 350, plus 400. So big value there in my opinion. Watch out for that, alright? Alright, on to the next fight. Josiane Nunes de Lima versus Zarah Fairn. Another interesting fight to bet. Fairn is the way taller girl, has way more range. She throws more straight shots. Josie, she's a compact, very powerful, I think they're fighting the bantamweight division here, so she's a very stocky and powerful bantamweight, nasty leg kicks. She also stands for ground and swings for the bleachers. This girl, you know, she has lots of power. You can see by her, you know, the way she looks, that she's quite muscular, and she has like this this frame where she, you know, packs lots of power, whereas this girl is very long, like I said. So guys, the way this plays out, I see Josie as a little bit, you know, she has way more power. She's stronger. She has even more speed than Fairn. Fairn has two fights in the UFC already, which is good because I think she wouldn't have much jitters, whereas this girl, she's probably gonna come with jitters. So it's interesting in this regard to see if the emotional part is gonna affect Josie. But if it doesn't, if she fights as she always fights, she's gonna stand the ground, start, you know, slamming leg kicks on Fairn's legs. I think Fairn's gonna feel the power, gonna start fading, gonna even get TKO'd. But what else could happen here is Zarah, actually Josie, you know, it's quite a big moment for her, and Fairn is able to use the straight punches, the longer reach. So this is what I expect for the fight. Basically, Nunes de Lima either push forward hard or stand her ground and start smashing leg kicks. To me, Josie is a strong favorite on this one. You know, this is wrong, so it's between 55 to 70%, which is giving like minus 170 range, whereas for Fairn plus 170. So I think the bookies have it right in terms of the way the lines opened up. I'm gonna be waiting a little bit. I hope that people are gonna be betting Fairn because I would like to bet Josie here. So the pick is Josie de Lima by TKO. This will be the prop bets that I would be interested. in. Okay, I'll let you guys know if I decided to bet this one, but like I said, I think the Lima gonna be able to send her ground, land like kicks, and ultimately finish Zarah. Okay, and these are the comments that I put. You guys can pause here, read. I think they're worth your time. On to the next fight, Abdul Razak AlHassan versus Jacob Malkoun. Interesting fight, guys. They're quite. I put they're similar to the ratings if you guys gonna count the stars, especially only the toughness and the card, the physical part in edge for AlHassan, but they have very different styles. AlHassan is a guy that pushes forward, plods forward, corrals you on the cage and starts landing bombs from his overhand right. This guy packs lots of power. If you start getting touched by him, he puts everyone out. Has so much power. Also, he's known by his judo. His nickname is Judo Thunder. But I don't give much. I'm not favoring him too much on the grappling here. Actually, if I'm gonna pick a grappler, it's Malkoun. And Malkoun has a style that he likes to use. He's a little bit better technically. He uses a little bit more straight shots, but he strikes more like an MMA guy, which means like he tries to close the gap, swing, with the overhands, with the hooks. He's not that tall. He's 5'9". AlHassan is 5'10", if I'm not mistaken. He's a little bit longer, so Malkoun doesn't have the reach here. I think gonna be quite tough for him because AlHassan has so much more power. This guy's chin is very strong, despite his being TKO'd in this fight. I think there's such a physical advantage in favor of AlHassan that's gonna be tough for Malkoun. So what I expect here, AlHassan marching down, Malkoun trying to keep the jab, maybe trying to shoot. He can even take AlHassan down, but AlHassan in the beginning, very strong. Gonna be tough to hold him down. I think AlHassan marches down and finishes him quite easily. Alright, so this would be my odds. Interesting enough, AlHassan he's a strong favorite by the bookies, nearly like 75% favorite, which I understand why. And Malkoun is like plus 300 dog now. Given those odds, guys, I would be tempted to bet Malkoun, even though I don't have much chance for him winning here. What again may be interesting is Malkoun by decision. Malkoun around plus 500 decision, to me it's an interesting bet. Why? Because AlHassan can just swing the right, Malkoun comes ready, slips the overhand, lands some jab, take him down, make it a close fight. AlHassan can gas from the second round, like I'm putting somewhere here. Yeah, it slows down from the second. So it could be that Malkoun comes up on top at the end. Over plus 300 range becomes interesting on Malkoun. I may bet him, So stay tuned for that. Take a look on the comments afterwards. But these are my prediction is AlHassan round 1 TKO, and this will be the prop bets that I'll be interested in. So you can pause here, take a look at it. I think it's worth your time. On to the next fight. Ricardo Ramos versus Bill Algeo. Excellent fight, guys. Both of these guys super talented. Tough guys, very well-rounded. Ramos is a little bit better in my opinion overall. Algeo, like I said, super tough guy, good striking, uses lots of straight punches, hits the angle. Tough guy, not that easy to hit. He fires well alongside his opponents, but I think Ramos, at least on the offensive part, he's a little bit more creative. Not only the straight shots, he uses some calf kicks. He has some weird kicks also that I even don't know how to call that. He also has a more creative strikes like spinning back elbows, flying knees, So he's a little bit more dangerous. I'm giving him 1-star rating better. He's also the better offensive grappler because he's like a BJJ specialist. Also not bad takedowns. But Algeo, very good takedown defense, good grappling himself. So he knows what he has to do here. He has to, stand and bang with Ramos, which makes this fight very close. As you guys can see, I have Ramos a little bit better in terms of skill set, but Algeo is a big guy for the division, long guy. He's gonna come to fight, no doubt about it. So what I expect here, guys, I expect Ramos trying to take the center of the octagon, being able to be more creative. Algeo gonna have his moments, no doubt about it. But I think ultimately Ramos gonna, push him back, try to wrestle, make Algeo's life a little bit more difficult, and he's gonna be able to edge him on a decision. So I'm going Ramos by decision, but like I'm putting here, could be close, Algeo could make it very close between these two. Actually, interesting enough, Algeo has better chin than Ramos does, so I understand why people are betting Algeo. This line opened up a little bit more spread. Ramos was a strong favorite. People are betting Algeo, I understand why. But again, I think Ramos is the better fighter here. This would be the prop bets that I would be interested in. These are the comments that I put for you guys, so feel free to pause the video here, take a look at it, I think it's worth your time. Natan Levy versus Austin Hubbard. Guys, I'm gonna be honest with you here. What I saw from video from Levy was a very good grappler, decent wrestler, decent to good wrestling, also quite strong from the top, very good takedown defense, not easy to hold down, you know, good, not bad grappling as well. So I'm rating him pretty nicely here. I don't like much Levi's striking. That's what I've seen from video, but I follow this guy on Instagram. I saw that he puts a lot of training videos. I'm sure that he's improving, and I think he's improving at an interesting pace. But see, what I've seen was not very good striking from him. You know, he kind of moves in squared, exposes his chin, doesn't have much power, throw like wide shots. So, on the other hand, Austin Hubbard, good strike, you know, this guy is like deceptively strong, you know, he's deceptively big for the division, good straight shots, he finds, you know, good angles, it's not easy to hit this guy, he punches well with you. I'm giving 3 stars here because in the lightweight division there are so much killers there, but he's in a very good spot in here. His forte is his striking. He's also not easy to take down, not easy to hold down, but he doesn't have much technical grappling, so that's why I'm giving 3 stars here, but take this like 3.5 from all of these things together because this guy is very well-rounded. He's also, I could give him 4 stars here on his game plans and this adaptability part. I like the way he adapts in the fights, so I think he's a little bit better than Natan Levy in this regard because, like I said, I think he adapts a little bit better, he's more well-rounded. The way I expect things here, guys, I think Levy gonna try to close the gap on Hubbard. He's gonna start getting tagged, then he's gonna try to shoot. I think Hubbard stuffs those takedowns and keep you know, landing on the feet, edges him out. I think I have Hubbard round 2 TKO. Levy doesn't have the best chin in the world, at least he has been KO'd quite a bit. So I have Hubbard quite a strong favorite here, guys. The line showed him up like -130, -140. So like I said, it's one of my biggest bet of the card. I think he can basically win anywhere. By submission, it's quite tough for him to win, but I don't rule that out totally. So he could win by TKO, decision, even submission. Okay. Now, if you like Levy, I would say check out decision because Hubbard is very tough. It's very tough to put this guy out. Or if submission, if you believe Levy can submit Hubbard, I don't think so. So Levy by decision, I would take him at +450 if something like this shows up, but I don't think we're gonna have Levy as that a strong dog. So I don't know. My pick here is Hubbard. Like I said, one of my biggest bet is on Hubbard. I'm quite confident here. These are the comments that I put for you guys to take a look at it. Feel free to pause the video. On to the next fight, Nathan Gravely versus Anthony Birchak. I forgot to put the pictures here. So Gravely is basically a strong wrestler. I'm not rating him like 4 or 5 star, even though the wrestling is not sensational, you know, but it's high level because he doesn't have much grappling, guys. He's more like a wrestler that he takes you down, holds you guys down like 5 seconds, then he doesn't know much what to do. He tries to ground and pound to pass, but it's not his forte. He makes some mistakes there. Defensively, I'm giving 4 star because he has such good takedown defense, tough to hold him down, so he deserves some respect there. Striking, not the best. He gets hit quite a bit. The front foot, he's pretty sloppy, to be honest. You know, comes in straight lines, exposes his chin, doesn't have much power. And you know that he's gonna wrestle, but still, he's quite a tough guy. Anthony Birchak. On the striking, offensively, he's dangerous because he's so aggressive. You know, he pushes forward. His nickname is El Toro, which is the bull, right? So he pushes forward like a bull. Comes, you know, bull rushing and then shoots. So he's super dangerous in the first round. I'm giving him 3 stars just because he's dangerous. He's creative, not bad power, but defensively it's pretty poor. He gets hit quite a bit, you know. And he's mostly a BJJ guy, even though in the first round his wrestling shines because he explodes so much. So could be even 4 star on the offensive game here, but his cardio is probably even good, but he pushes forward so hard in the beginning that he fades. So that's why I'm not rating him so well here. How do I see this playing out? I think Birchak gonna bull rush as always. He has a chance on the first round. you know, especially if he can damage Gravely on the feet, take his back, he can even finish Gravely. If Gravely can survive, he's gonna out-wrestle Birchak from the second especially. Now the question here is Birchak ready enough to pace himself, make it a grappling match? He would have good chances to win this fight because he's the better grappler, like I said. But yeah, my predictions here is Gravely. I'm going round 3, but I'm not ruling Birchak totally out. I would like to bet Birchak in the round 1. If I can get a prop bet on him like over plus 1,000, I would be very interested into doing that. These would be my odds. As per the bookies, they are very different. I think the bookies they are favoring Gravely quite a bit because of what I said, because of Birchak, he both rushes, and Gravely is such a great wrestler. But still, guys, be careful with this fight. I don't advise for you to parlay Gravely because Birchak super dangerous the first round and the better grappler here. Even Gravely from top, Birchak can like get a sweep, can get like some leg locks, some triangles, some arm bars. So be careful with betting Gravely here. All right. If I'm to bet, I would be betting Birchak, but I'm gonna be waiting a little bit. Maybe Birchak in round 1, or even Birchak decision. As crazy as this sounds, I don't know. This guy can pace himself. It's gonna be a close fight. But yeah, Birchak either round 1, either decision, in my opinion. Okay. On to the next fight. Tracy COrtez versus Justine Kish. Good fight in the women's strawweight division. Strawweight? I don't quite remember. Probably flyweight. So in the women's flyweight division, COrtez, she's the favorite here because she's just a little bit more consistent, more technical overall. Justine Kish, she used to be like a girl that comes, you know, forward very much, very, you know, strong for the division. Comes to brawl, comes to fight, but not with much technique behind. I think COrtez is gonna be able to take her down and even submit her, you know. But Justine Kish, she's such a wild card, guys. It's tough to tell what she's gonna do. She's changed so much throughout her career. She used to be like I said, a plotter, a brawler. Some fights she came like with a clinch and takedown based game. She's strong, like I said, so I don't know, guys. People are thinking that COrtez is a lock. I would be careful with that, you know, because like I'm putting here, she's not the best striker. She's quite, you know, short for the division. Doesn't pack much power. She's not super fast or anything, even though she has good grappling, good game plans. She's quite tough girl. I don't know, man. I would be careful in this fight again because you never know what Justine Kish gonna do, and this may be good or bad. Especially if you're betting against her, it may be bad. But still, my pick is COrtez. I think she's gonna, you know, wait for Justine Kish to bull rush, and then she's gonna shoot, take her down, hold her there, or try to submit her. COrtez could submit her. I'm putting round 2. I could bet her on round 2 submission if the price is fair. But Kish by decision also maybe not a bad one, guys. She doesn't have much power, much technique, so I think it's tough to finish COrtez. But in like a hard-fought fight, could be Kish by decision. I don't know. I would be careful here. All right, guys. So my advice: be careful to bet COrtez and you know, parlay her on everything. She's not a bad parlay piece, but I wouldn't parlay her in every single one of my parlays. You know what I mean? But still, I'm passing on this fight. Be careful with that. All right. On to the next fight: Drakkar Klose versus Jeremy Stephens. Should be a fun fight. Both of these guys, very good fighters. If you guys count the stars and everything, I have them pretty similar. The odds show that too. Klose, he's the younger guy here, so it's the young versus the old lion. Klose, at this point in his career, he's the one that likes to move forward aggressively more often. He gets to your face, throws straight punches, throw hooks, goes to the body, tries to use some jumping knees. He can shoot, so he's a complete pack in this regard. He's not as good as he is defensively as he is offensively. The same can be said about Jeremy Stephens. He used to be like Klose, let's put it this way, in his early career. Has more natural power than Klose, but I don't know. He's now like probably 34, 35. His chin has been tested way more than Klose, so he's fighting a little bit smarter now, trying to be a little bit more technical, using more kicks, more straight shots, not getting hit that much, even though, like I said, he still has power. This guy is very dangerous too. So the way I see this playing out, guys, I think Klose is gonna close the gap. Klose gonna close the gap. So he gets to Jeremy's face, start trying to land. It depends a lot if Stephens can start touching him, his chin with power. If he does, Stephens can easily win this. If Klose starts landing first, Klose should be able to win. I think Klose has the better output, has better chances to take this to the ground. So that's why I'm picking Klose. I'm going around 2 TKO, but I don't know, man. This is a close fight again. Because Stephens has power, Klose will expose himself at some point. Stephens can start landing, could go in their way in this regard. But I think Klose has the edge because he has the better cardio. I think he's the better wrestler too. Maybe not technically, but by applying pressure, by being a little bit younger and not so much miles on the clock. So Klose to me is a small favorite. He opened up as the dog, and that's why I took some bet on him. So take a look at it, may be interesting. Also, these are the prop bets that I'll be interested in. Feel free to pause here and take a look at it. Luis Pena versus Alex Munoz. It's wrong here. He doesn't have this age. So another interesting fight to call. Pena is a very well-rounded guy, but he's still not elite in any aspect of the game. He's 6'3", he's not that long, but still he's 6'3", he's pretty long. Very creative on the striking, good straight shots. He also has jumping knees. Not easy to hit, punches well with the guys. Also not bad takedown defense, but still he's evolving, guys. He's still developing fighter, probably 5-6 fights he has. So he's yet to develop in this part, but he has good game plans, good camp in the MMA lab. Quite tough guy, like I said. The same can be said about Munoz, not many fights. The striking is still developing. He's a little bit behind than Pena in the striking part, but he's ahead of Pena in the grappling part. This guy is a great wrestler. He's a wrestling coach, probably grappling coach too, I don't know. In Alpha Male, if I'm not mistaken. Sorry, apologize if I said this wrong. So he's a great wrestler. You know, he's an explosive guy, very strong guy for the division, big one. He's also knows what has to do in the fights. He mixes it up pretty well on the feet. You know, he knows that he has to set up the hands for the wrestling to work better. So he does a pretty good job there. He's a pretty tough guy. So this is not easy to pick, guys. I'm picking Munoz. I'm saying that I'm doing that quite comfortably because Pena, from his back, decent BJJ, but not elite. I would say that Munoz takes him down because he's such an elite wrestler and he holds Pena down. Because from the top, this guy is very tough to deal with. You know, he has good submission defense. He's not gonna fall for easy sweeps or anything. You know, he's gonna be able to control. Like I said, strong, athletic, big guy for the division. So I expect Pena to try to keep it on the feet. Maybe Pena in the first minutes may look better. So if you want to bet Munoz in a live bet, I think it's a good one too. So but from the point that Munoz start taking this to the ground, I think Munoz dominates and Pena gonna be frustrated that he cannot get Munoz out of him. So that's what I expect for this fight. My pick is Munoz by decision. I'm quite confident on this one. One of my biggest bet of the card as well, medium quality bets in my opinion. These are the prop bets that I'll be taking, my comments, so feel free to pause here. Chase Sherman versus Parker Porter. In the heavyweight division, big guys coming after each other. Sherman very strong on the front foot, good straight shot, kicks, leg kicks to the head. The problem of Sherman is his defense, chin up all the time, gets hit quite a bit. You know, Porter on the front foot also not bad, even though he's quite basic with the boxing. Basic 1-2 fighter, but still, he's a big one, you know, for the heavyweight division. It's not easy to fight, to find a fighter that has good 1-2s and good decent boxing. So I'm giving him 3 stars here. In the defensive part, he doesn't move much, so he gets hit quite a bit too. So I'm giving 2 stars. As you guys can see, I have Sherman being a little bit better here. I was tempted to bet Sherman. I may even do it if people start betting Porter, if we see the lines becoming a little bit better on Sherman. The problem that I have with this guy is his defensive part. Porter, he's an aggressive guy. He could take the center of the octagon, start landing the overhand, and make this a close fight, or even putting Sherman out, because Sherman also has been TKO'd quite a bit before. But the way I expect this guy, if Sherman takes the center of the octagon, he's like 6'4", and the Porter 6 foot tall. So I think Sherman gonna be able to use more straight shots, more kicks to the head, to the body, kick his calves. So I think Sherman's a decent favorite here. I'm picking him by round 1 TKO. But Porter is quite a durable guy, big guy for the division. So the bookies, I think they have pretty right. But still, guys, I think if you're gonna be betting someone here, I think the guy to bet is Sherman. But for now, I'm passing on this one just because of Sherman's carrying the chin so high and the defense is not that good. But still, I'm slightly confident on Sherman. I may even end up throwing him on some parlays or something just to see if I can maximize my profits a little bit. Alright, so these are the prop bets, these are the comments. And on to the next fight, Juan Espino versus Alexander Romanov. This is an interesting one. Two hot prospects in the heavyweight division. Espino is a prospect because he doesn't have much fight, but he's like 40 or 41 now. Romanov, 30 years old. Both of these guys, very good grapplers, very, very good. You know, Espino, I'm assuming some things here, guys, because I haven't seen him, you know, getting taken down a lot. So I'm thinking that he's better on the offensive than the defensive part, whereas Romanov, I've seen him getting taken down before against some very good Russian wrestlers. He was able to get out. He's a very big, explosive, strong guy, and he has technique on the ground too. I saw good underhooks, good hip escapes, you know, he can flip the script on you, sweep, you know, so this guy is dangerous everywhere. Packs lots of power, you know, with the striking. Even though he's not super technical, I'm giving 4-star because he starts coming forward. This is very tough to deal with, you know, with that powerful overhand, and he explodes, he mixes it up with the shot, so it's very difficult to deal with this guy. What I expect here, I think Espino actually gonna try to move forward as he always does, gonna try to take it to the ground. This will be interesting to see if Romanov gonna actually be able to show what I said here, if he's actually a good ground fighter. He can escape from Espino. I think he can, because not only technique, he has the strength and explosiveness. But it will be interesting, and after Espino starts getting the first takedown off and maybe he's not be able to finish Romanov, I think Romanov takes this off and start either landing heavy on the feet and putting Espino out, or take him down and finishing him with ground and pound. I'm going Romanov round 2 TKO. I think Espino gonna start off fast and strong, we'll see. But then after, I think Romanov takes this over and even finishes Espino. Okay, so these are my predictions. Like I said, the Romanov is my biggest bet of the card. Yeah, I put it wrong here. So Romanov is like minus 130 as per my handicapping. So the bookies have it pretty right as what I have, but still I think he's nearly a 70% favorite. That's why I see value on Romanov. And these are my picks and my comments for you guys. Bartosz FAbinski versus Gerald Meerschaert. This fight, I don't know if this is the co-main event. I'm not too big fan of this fight, to be honest. It should be a slow-paced one. I'm picking FAbinski. Everybody knows what he's gonna do. Actually, not everybody. No? If you're watching this fight quite a long time, you know who FAbinski is. He's gonna shoot, guys. He's gonna try to wear on the Meerschaert and stall the fight for the entire time. Meerschaert is the better fighter here, better striker, better grappler. But this guy is just not a good athlete, you know, unfortunately, because he's a pretty big guy for the division. But, you know, he's like a technical guy, but doesn't have much athleticism, repeating that again. So this is his problem. I think at the end, FAbinski is a little bit stronger, gonna be able to wear on him. Meerschaert has good BJJ, but it's not like elite. He's not super fast or anything. So I think FAbinski, even not being that much of a good BJJ player, he's able to anticipate Meerschaert, hold him down, edge a boring decision. Actually interesting. I thought I had FAbinski when I first picked this. Yeah, I think I have this wrong. Actually, I'm probably gonna be betting Meerschaert in round 3 by submission. But my pick is FAbinski by decision. So I apologize for this. So I think FAbinski gonna wear on Meerschaert and make it like stall the fight, make it a boring fight. But Gerald may be the guy to bet, especially in prop bets, because FAbinski, he's very strong on the first round, then he slows down. Meerschaert's more like a paced style fighter. Like I said, not the best athlete, but he's gonna keep trying. Even in round 3 may be interesting, Meerschaert by submission, because he's a better grappler. Like I said, if FAbinski starts guessing, Gerald can take him down, finish him on the ground. So stay tuned for that. Probably Meerschaert in submissions, maybe an interesting one. I think it's quite tough for him to finish by ground and pound, but also can happen. So Meerschaert, round 2, round 3, you know, submission or even TKO if the line is very interesting, could happen. Okay, these are the comments. So on to the main event. Robert Whittaker versus Kevin Gastlum. Interesting fight. Both of these guys, high-level fighters. Not the biggest guys for the division, but they make up in technique and toughness and a whole pack. So, guys, how do I see this playing out? Both of these guys are pretty good on the feet, both offensively, but I think Whittaker is better defensively. He's tougher to hit. He's able to time the opponents with his overhands and left hook a little bit better than Kelvin Gastelum. Kelvin, he's a little bit better on the front foot. He's like he has a good one too. He's a southpaw, so he comes with the left hand quite good. He's also not bad defensively. He's not that easy to hit. He tries to punch with you, but Whittaker is a little bit better in this regard because he has more explosiveness, more power, more natural power, even though Gastelum has more accuracy. So I'm giving some slightly edge on defensive part for Whittaker. Also, Whittaker is much tougher to take down. He does a better job on the defensive grappling. Gastelum, he has good takedown defense, but he doesn't have the best. He's not as strong. He doesn't have the strongest leg in the world, so this plays a factor when he's gonna try to defend the takedowns. He has good scrambles from the bottom, but still, he's not an elite BJJ player or anything, so could even be 3 stars here for him. In the aggressive part of the ground game, both of these guys pretty good from top. I think Whittaker also has a little bit better edge here, even though I'm not rating him better. They're quite similar in this regard. Whittaker a little bit better, and both have great game plans, great camps, and I think Whittaker has proven himself a little bit more on the size, on the toughness. He's a former champion, so this guy is for real. So is Gastelum, so they're both pretty well rated here. What I think gonna happen here, gonna be interesting to see if Whittaker gonna take the front foot or Gastelum. I think Gastelum takes the front foot, but Whittaker tries to outstrike him on the defensive part, which he has good chances because Gastelum is quite short guy for the division, quite short arms, and Whittaker is not a big guy for the division, but he's a little bit longer and taller than Whittaker and then Gastelum. But still, guys, close fight. Gastelum is no slouch, good straight punches. He's gonna have his moments for sure. He's no slouch. He's gonna use technique on the feet, gonna clinch, gonna try to have his way around. So I'm kind of back and forth on this one. The pick is Whittaker by decision, but I'm not ruling Gastelum out of this at all. I think could be nearly a pick 'em fight as I have here. So I put this quite spread. I would say it's right in the middle, so Whittaker is like 60% favorite in my opinion, which is giving like minus 150 range. Gastelum is like 40% dog, is just giving plus 160, plus 170 range. If you look at the bookies, Gastelum is like plus 200 now, so I see value on Gastelum. I'm betting him, like I put in there. Especially if you can get Gastelum by decision, this would be an excellent bet, in my opinion, because like I said, he's gonna have his moments. He's no slouch, even though Whittaker is a little bit better. This could be very close, alright? And Whittaker by decision, I don't think you're gonna be able to find this line. I think everybody expects that he wins by decision because everybody knows about Gastelum's toughness. But still, if you can get him like nearly plus 200 range as a decision, it would be interesting, alright? Awesome, guys. So just to wrap this up, I hope you guys liked. If you please like, subscribe to the channel. If you're willing to support and keep the channel running, what I have in my Patreon for $10 is the early releases. If you're seeing this from early release, again, thank you very much. If you're not, guys, I'm taking these bets in an early market, so it can make difference, especially in the long run, because can you imagine, like you cash, let's put it, Alex Munoz. I got my first bet on him at plus 130. He's now plus 115 the time that I'm recording this video. He could be nearly a pick him, so it makes difference, guys. I'm telling you, so this $10 per month, I think you're gonna get back pretty quickly. If you're willing to take my props for 15 a month, also most of the times there are such great prop bets, and I talk about in this video what I did, but still I'm not on a particular video. I'm showing exactly which props I'm taking, so this may be interesting for you. And for $50, a little bit more, but it's a spreadsheet where I put every single bet that I'm taking, so you're free to copy everything and just take my mind with you and just profit in the long run. Also, if you bet like over $500, 200, if you bet $200 a month, it's easy to get this $50 back, in one full month. But yeah, as you guys see in the spreadsheet, the profit comes consistently. So yeah, I think this you can get back for you pretty well. Okay. So again, guys, I hope you like. If I hope you liked this video. If you did, please like, subscribe. See you next time. This is Roderman Bet, bringing the best, most consistent and transparent betting strategy for you.